What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We made it. We're at the track. It was definitely interesting getting here. I hadn't seen my mom in a few weeks, so I decided to go have lunch with her. Made it, had lunch, but had a flat on the race car trailer. So generally it's not that big a deal. I was like, okay, flat, no problem. I'll go put the spare on it. Spare was flat. I was like, okay, no problem. I've got a pump, my little handheld pump that I used to pump up the race car. No, that's not going to work on a spare. So I was like, okay, I've got my handy dandy little 1 gallon air pump back here. Cool. I'll turn the generator on. Turn the generator on. Generator run for about 2 minutes and then it cut off. It was out of gas and it didn't have no gas in it. I didn't have no gas in my gas can. So it was definitely interesting, but I made it. So we're at the track, we're at Harrell's. We're gonna be out here testing. They've got a little testing tune, grudge action happening tonight. We're a little early. There's not a lot of people here yet. You know, it's just one of those things. There's a lot of racing happening all around us. So it is what it is. We're gonna get some testing. Should be able to make 2 or 3 passes as long as we don't have any failures. All right, guys, check it out. Go to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some merchandise, comment, like, and subscribe. All right, so that was interesting. Randy's got some, what are they, G-rated tires? F-rated?
Something like
They're like 14 ply.
14 ply.
These are, that's a D-rated, I think it was, and these are E's. The one that was on it was an E. And here goes the tire. I noticed when I left home, there was a little teeny cut in it. It was not that big. And when we stopped at the store, it actually did not actually blow out, but you can see it's got a broke belt and a flat spot. So it was about to blow out. So that was going to be brutal. Randy's here, Brandon's here, Courtney's here.
All right, straighten it up.
We are going hoodless. One of the things that we are learning as well is to make sure this thing is easily accessible. It was in that closet and I could not get to it. So yeah, it was a little tight.
I'm glad I'm fatted up and blocked the sun.
Look at the water coming out of this oil. So this is the Rotella, the braking oil. I still have not taken that out yet. We're just now taking the Rotella out. We'll put Brad P in. All right, guys, well, we just got the oil changed. We picked up some Brad P oil off of Amazon. It's the cheapest place I could find it. The original green oil. I wonder if I could get a sponsorship from them. That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, look, so Brad P is really good. It does really good at separate. I tried. Okay, so we just got the oil changed. We're fixing to fire this thing off. We have not cranked it yet. This is the Rotella mixed with diesel fuel and methanol over here. That is the oil that we just got out of the motor. Diesel fuel was not in the race car. That was diesel fuel left over from the truck. So we got Randy out here, Brandon, Courtney, other friends and family out here. Go check out Courtney's channel. He's going to show you all the dyno video of the Maverick. God, the Comet. It's what I can't. Now I know it's a Comet. I can't even act like. For like the first year, truthfully, I couldn't remember it was a Comet. I said it was a Maverick, and I thought it was, but it's a Comet. So go check out the video, Dyno Time on TKM, Paper and Paint Hustle. So
John's gonna show how to rebuild one. You're gonna rebuild it, right?
Information. I have no clue on how to rebuild a mod motor. All that comes to my brain when I hear mod motor or Coyote, more chains than brains. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know nothing about them. All I know is Brian blew his 4.6 up, 5.4. I can't even remember. I'm sure he's wiped it from his brain too, how many times it was. I mean, because it was brutal. But hopefully yours is not bad. But go check it out so y'all can see it if y'all hadn't seen it. Go watch the video. All right, guys, we're fixing to crank this thing up. have to spray some in the motor. Pull the vacuum lines off the blow-off valve. That was flammable brake clean, right? I do have some non-flammable.
I hope so.
Okay.
Really flammable.
All right, guys, Randy's out there checking out track, seeing which lane we need to go in, right or left. Spooled up fine. We had a little bit of boost creep for some reason, so we're gonna make some adjustments on our dome pressure and go from there, go up there and make a pass. Not gonna be super fast pass, but it should be relatively fast. feel bad. I had a couple issues. First issue is there's a bunch of rocks that got dropped out, I guess because it's kind of rocky over here in the pits where we're at, and it threw them up under the back bumper. And you can see where, I mean, you can see it in the video good, Randy. As soon as it let off, it took off and it just dumped rocks. It also separated really fast, so I moved those bars and we got some anti-squat. Now, man, that's not, I don't know, we're gonna tighten it up a little bit on extension. We're also gonna lower the car just a little bit to see how it works out. Courtney was down track filming, and it looks like the front tires were off the ground about half track, like it was just skipping. About half track, it started kind of shaking. It was kind of shaking, tire shake, rattling. It was like, it's really hard to describe. I don't know if the in-car camera or the out-car, the GoPro on top, I don't know if it caught it, but it was shaking. It was an on-off tire shake is what it was. And I don't know why it was doing that, if it's just a track. Track's got a little bit of glue on it. This is real similar to what No Prep Kings is going to be like. Very similar. So we're going to probably lower the back of the car, jack it up, lower the back of the car, get it so it may have been topped out on the back shocks, potentially. But we're going to lower it just a little bit, tighten up extension so it can't extend quite so fast. Look at the drive shaft. I think the drive shaft speed, I think the traction control actually caught it early, but it felt good, man. I'm gonna show you all the slip too. Now this was only on 50 pounds of dome pressure. I have not pulled the data log yet, but that right there is not a bad pass. That is our first full pass with the aluminum motor. So we are 100 pounds lighter than normal, because normally I have a weight bar in the back and I've got the iron block, and now we got still the weight bar in the back with no iron block, with the aluminum block and different camshaft. It was a little laggy spooling up, but it did spool on up. We'll take a look at the data log real fast, see what it looks like, and see if we might be able to go a little bit faster though. So, boy. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, guys, here goes the data log. So we still got a little bit of boost creep. This is some cooler air, so that didn't work. So I'm probably gonna have to take some dome pressure off of it and see if it'll actually, my target, I'm trying to leave on like 5 pounds of boost, but you can see it spun. Traction control done its thing. It called it. This was the timing, and I tried something different with the traction control as well. I am now got the rev limiter pushed way higher than the timing retards, and the timing is actually catching it. So that's a good thing. But what I was telling you about that I was feeling in the car, you can actually see it in the data logs. All these slips, all these spikes is when it was slipping and tire shaking. So we got to do something about that. It did shift way early. That's why you don't see a shift. That's about 74, 7,500. This camshaft, I mean, it spooled up reasonably. It made it to the two-step in about 4 seconds. That's still pretty slow. The dump valves were open through here, and then of course, I mean, when it got there, I mean, that was that camshaft's just too radical. But down here, it made 34 pounds of boost. But the interesting thing is it only had 34, 35 pounds of back pressure. So we're still close to 1-to-1 on back pressure to boost. So that's not necessarily bad. So that ET and that mile per hour, I'm pretty happy with it. Very, very happy. We're gonna turn it up a little bit, make some changes, lower the car down, and see if we can get this thing maybe to go like 490s tonight. guys real quick. So we're getting this thing turned around. It's been cooling down, so it's almost ready to go back up there. I was gonna show y'all this data log real fast. So this thing, it left a little, what I wanted to turn the CO2 down a little bit more. Left on 6 pounds of boost. And you see, traction control caught it a couple times out here. It was kind of shaking the tires. This is, and it wasn't tire shake, it's just the, maybe it's just the way the car is set up. These tires, Hoosiers, are not my most friendly out here. So, I mean, we still have some anti-squat in the car. It was much smoother, but you can see these spikes in the data logs. And comparing it to the other pass, the first pass, there are some points in these runs where it's pretty smooth. We were like 4 to 5 mile per hour faster, and kind of made a boo-boo down here. I had thrown the parachute out here, but you can see these spikes in drive shaft data are getting bigger, and so it's getting a little more out of shape. And if you look down there, perfect example, 139, 140, then bam, it jumps up to 150, and then back down. So those are pretty reasonable spikes, but it's controlling it. Traction control grabbed it a little bit up there when it touched on top of it. But out here, I threw the parachute about probably 4.5 seconds, maybe. I threw the parachute out here somewhere, probably on this one right here, because you know, you're driving by the seat of your pants. It's just instinct. I probably felt that one pretty big, and I threw the parachute, and then I put my hand up on the shifter, and then I felt this other big one up here. And I don't know if you noticed the big kaboom and the fireball at the top of the track. It's because right when I went to the finish line, I must have felt this and thought my hand was on the parachute when it was actually not on the parachute. It was on the shifter, and I tossed it right into neutral. But you see that? That is a big wheel spin right there. I mean, it goes from 143 to, I mean, within a couple frames there, to 160 miles per hour. And then I tossed it in. You can see I'm starting to let off the TPS, but I had already tossed it in neutral. And then the RPM, I got 9,000 RPM chip on it, and it went up and banged that pretty hard, and then come back down, of course. But we did go just a little bit faster. We did go just a little bit faster. You know, it's just one of those things. I thought it would have been a little bit faster than that, but the mile per hour is spinning down track, so we're going to try to get it just a little faster. I don't remember what we went down here. Do you remember? You don't remember either? 90-something. We went a 90-something down here previously, but I don't remember what it was. Let's see if we can find the data log.
Pull it up out of the water.
right, guys, with that pass, we tried to go a little bit faster early. Instead of pulling 10 degrees on the timing retard, on the launch retard, I pulled 8. It really did not particularly like that. My cap is also apparently not sealing real good. I got a little bit of alcohol that flew up onto the windshield, so I need to get another cap. And you can see, I mean, this thing is a little wobbly, and I really hadn't looked at it, but the seal is kind of broke. So I need to do something different with my cap to make it seal a little bit better, because that's not good. I don't think that's why it spun. I think it just spun because I got more aggressive with it. So, I mean, that's just, you know, one of those things. Now, Randy said there was some stuff out there too. There did end up being quite a few cars out here, and so, I mean, a lot of street cars though. Oh, yeah.
We got it up on the line.
And are we getting any dew yet? Is there dew happening? Okay, so dew is happening. Oh yeah, you can feel a little damp. So a little bit of dew, a little bit of methanol, a little bit of AC drippage, a lot of street tires. Hey, that's perfect no prep. We still went a 132 60 foot. So I mean, overall, that's not terrible, but it was trying to go. It was really trying to go. So, you know, it is what it is. Good testing. My tires, these tires will probably be for sale. I think we're on pass number probably 20 or so now, 25 maybe. I need to go back and count it. But we're going to be selling these tires. That's the thing about slicks. A set of radials will last you all year, not a set of slicks. Slicks do not last that long. Man, that thing looks good in the dark. Look how good it looks in the dark. And yeah, we are going to go hoodless for the rest of this season. My hood is destroyed, so you know, it is what it is. So what can you do? Can't appreciate all my buddies helping me out getting down here. Norman ended up coming, Michael, Brandon, Courtney, Randy. Appreciate everybody coming down and helping. Now, hopefully my spare tire will make it home and we will not have any issues. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We will see y'all soon. Go fast, get some wind lights. We'll see y'all next week. Later, guys.